What is up? What is up, my gorgeous Facebook family? How's everybody going? You're here with Kylie Pax, Australia's emotional eating coach, and you know why we are together, because I am here to empower you to take control of your relationship with food, create a body and a life that you love, and to do it all on your terms. So if you're joining me live, thank you so much. Throw an emoji in the comments box. Let me know that you're here, and to all my replay watchers, sending you so much love. Thank you, thank you. I wanted to do a really quick chat with you today because I all of a sudden realized, I thought, oh, what's the topic going to be for today? Like, what do I want to talk to you guys about? What's the theme? What's been the current, trend with the questions I've been getting? And then all of a sudden I've gone, ding, it's the 1st of September. Hello, 1st of September. I started freaking out. I'm like, how did this one slip by my radar? And so, as you know, I do in the morning, I'm journaling, I'm meditating, I'm thinking about this. I'm like, 1st of September, people, we get a fresh start. And for all my fellow dieters out there, you know how we've spent most of our lives. We love us a fresh start. We're all about the starting on a Monday. We especially love it when it's the 1st of the month, and which does not happen to be the case today. But when the 1st of the month falls on a Monday, we think all the stars have aligned and we are bound to lose 500 kilos if we start a diet on that day. That's like all our dreams come true. It's ecstasy, right? But here we go. I'm like, 1st of September, it's time for a fresh start. So this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, because there are 3 steps to fresh starts. And as us, me, as like the queen diva of ex-dieting, I love me a fresh start. I know all about those fresh starts. The night before you're going to give yourself a fresh start, you like stuff your face with everything you can possibly find in your cupboard. You're ordering in the pizza. You're like downing the tubs of the ice cream. It's all happening because tomorrow you're going to start again. It's going to be a fresh start, right? Well, thankfully those days are behind me. But if you're feeling the vibe, if you know what I'm talking about, I have messages coming up on my phone telling me I've got low battery. As does happen during one's live streams. But if you're feeling me, if you know what I'm talking about, for anybody, if you're bold enough to admit it, who was last night going, tomorrow's the 1st of the month, I'm going to start again, I'm going to start fresh, and you ate just a little too much, right? Hey, I'll raise a hand. There was an extra cookie or 2 consumed last night. I'm like, oh, tomorrow's first. Fresh starts. We love our fresh starts. But here we go, right? It's 3 steps. We love us the fresh start, but we don't do the other 2 steps that come afterwards. So think about it, right? This is a new season now. We are zipping on into spring. Very excited about that, let me say. I do love the warm weather. But it's not only about that. You can have a fresh start. You can have a fresh start anytime you choose, but you do have to choose it. It has to be intentional. Intentional. And the way to make it that way is to do like a little assessment check. We don't do these mind assessment checks. We just run off with like, I'm a fresh start. Meanwhile, we carry all our baggage behind us, right? Dragging along that baggage. All the things we felt like we did wrong yesterday. All the stupid stuff we ate yesterday and last week. The diets that we tried 2 days ago and we failed. Like, it's all there haunting us in our mind, right? Like little Halloween ghosts. But we try and push that aside, right? Because we've got us a fresh start. It's all happening. Thank you to everybody that's joining me live. So yeah, it's got to be intentional. You want a fresh start? Make an intentional decision. I am upping my game, because that's what a fresh start is not just about you doing the same thing again, but on a different day of the week. No, a fresh start is you upping your game, raising your standards, upping what you expect from yourself, and no longer tolerating those old stories that you used to tell yourself. Oh, well, it's okay. I can just finish this, all this ice cream here because there's not much left really anyway. And, if I don't eat it, the kids will eat it. If I don't eat it, my partner will eat it. If I don't eat this now, classic, let's all take a pause, because it's the classic. If I don't eat this now, it will be here tomorrow. And I can't have it here tomorrow because tomorrow is my fresh start. Right. We don't need to be afraid of food. We don't need to fear food. It's not going to jump out the cupboard and attack you and force itself down your throat. It's not going to happen. So it's okay and safe, because you always have control. This is your fresh start. And when you raise your standards and expect more from yourself, you don't have to be afraid of the food. You don't have to be afraid of the cookies in the cupboard. You don't have to be afraid of the little bit of ice cream that's still left in the container. Like, it's not going to hurt you. It's all right. You always have control because you're raising your standards. You're expecting more from yourself. And not only are you expecting it, you're demanding more from yourself. You're going to live up to your new standards, right? The way to do that is, thank you again to everybody who's here live, the way to do that is to let go of past failures. People, come on. We are the masters of dragging around the 55 different ways why we hate ourselves, right? Like if somebody says to you, walks up on the street and goes, can you tell me what's so awesome about you? Even if we can think of something, we'd be too embarrassed to say it. Oh, I don't know, I'm not very good. I don't know. When somebody comes up to you and pays you a compliment, do you go, thanks, I know? Or do you go, oh, not really, nah. If somebody says, I love your top, do you go, oh, look, yeah, but look at this stain here? Do you point out the things that are wrong instead of taking the compliment in? Do you reject it every time someone tries to give you some love, some kindness, some encouragement? When somebody says, oh, I don't know, you look great today. You look great today. Do you go, really, I didn't sleep last night. I think I look horrible. We push away the love and the compliments all the time. This can be part of your new raising of standards. When somebody says something nice to you, giving yourself a fresh start, in the theme of giving yourself a fresh start, take it on board. You don't have to like make a big deal and be arrogant or anything like that. You just be like, thanks. It's one word. It's not hard to say. You say thank you. You accept the gift that they are trying to give you. Don't reject it. Don't push it away, right? This is a side note. But really, forgive yourself for the things that you perceived that you've done wrong, right? The perceived things that you've done wrong. On the theme of emotional eating, if you felt like you ate too much last night, the night before, today already, right? The final step, the third step, is to release it and let it go. Release that which no longer serves you. This is a mantra I say to myself all the time. All the time. I release that which no longer serves me. The thoughts are going to come up in your mind. Of course they are. Like until, we can create an app that can like brain erase things that we don't want in there anymore. Like please, if we've got any tech heads here or in the group, right? Please, this is what we need. An app that erases the things that we don't want to be thinking about anymore. But until that day happens, I release that which no longer serves me. That is your new mantra, because what I want you to think about today as we move into 1st of September, fresh starts, it's all happening, right? If you base the rest of your 2016 based on the actions, the behaviors, the standards that you're currently living by, are you going to be happy at the end of the year? Moment of silence. Let's get real. If you base the rest of 2016 on the actions that you took today, yesterday, last week, are you going to be happy where you end up? Because this is your opportunity. Fresh start time. This is your opportunity. Raise your standards, expect more, demand more, and live up to them. Because when this year closes, which, it's going to happen, as we say, it's already, we're in our 9th month, it's already. So when the year closes off, you want to be coming from a place of, yeah, all right, even if it's like I may not be where I wanted to be, but I'm sure I'm not where I used to be. That is awesome. That is awesome. So really, if you're still freaking out over counting your calories, logging them in the app, feeling bad about, eating too much food, binging, not the way that we do, right? If you're every single Monday is like a new diet and then binging by Monday afternoon and then it's scouring Google for your next new diet, this is not a way to be living. It's not pleasant for you. And if you have other people in your life, family members, children, it's not something we want to be displaying to them. It's not behaviors we want to be passing down to the next generation. We need to know that not only are we worthy of a fresh start, but we can take it on board anytime we choose. Any time of the day. Doesn't have to be a Monday, doesn't have to be the 1st of the month, and certainly doesn't have to be when the Monday and the 1st of the month collide and it's magical and that's the perfect time for a fresh start. Anytime you choose forgiveness and release of actions that you took and you weren't delighted with, is time for a fresh start. You can give it to yourself any time. So this is the message that I want to share with you today. If you've got any questions, throw them in the comments box, and I'm sending so much love to everybody who's been here with me live. I really do appreciate it, because this is your moment. This is your moment. Sure, it's the 1st of the month, and yeah, so we get a bit excited about the when calendars and everything, aligns, and it's fabulous, right? but it is something you can do anytime because you're worthy of it and you deserve it anytime. You don't have to earn a fresh start. You get to give it to yourself anytime you choose. So I'm sending you all so much love today. And again, as you know, if you want to talk to me about private coaching, sending your questions on through, please do that. Send them through to me, private message. I've been getting, if I haven't answered your questions yet or responded to your messages, I'm working my way through them. So don't worry, I am on the way. But yeah, please do continue. And to everybody who's liking and loving and sharing, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much, because this message of empowerment is so important. We do need to know that we are okay exactly as we are. We don't have to torture ourselves with hideous diets. Hideous. Trying to be someone that we were never designed to be. It's always and only ever been about reaching your natural body weight in a way that works for you, that's in alignment, that doesn't, just about make you lose your mind because you've got to count calories and you can't eat anything that you enjoy. I mean, it's not about. Ultimately, you don't need to fill yourself with things that don't complement who you are. And at the end of the day, when we honor ourselves more than we want to escape ourselves, that's when shift happens. That's when change happens. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you again. And as you know, the drill, as we go, as we roll at the end of our live streams, I'm just checking here because I can thank you so much to everybody who's spent time with me. Oh, I actually just almost deleted everybody's names from here. Thank you so much, guys. I absolutely love spending time with you. Please do continue to send your questions through. Throw your questions in the comments box. I'll come back and play with you later. But until tomorrow, you know how we roll. The only person who has the power to change your life is you. Very best part of that is you've got what it takes.